We're Band of Silver, and you're watching our most requested Ask Anything live chat. Our new song is called Training Arc, and thank you so much to Romeo and iHeartRadio for having us on the show. And thank you to everybody who submitted questions. I've looked through these already, and they are a lot of fun, so I'm really excited to get into answering some of these. Okay. Jillian from St. Louis, Missouri asks, where are you from, and how do you pronounce your full name with the proper hometown accent?
We're from Nashville, Tennessee, kind of south of that in like the Brentwood area. You just pronounce it Silvernagle.
Yeah, like, we're Band of Silver, and we all have native Nashvilleian accents. Like, we've grown up here. Like, they were born here. I'm technically from Indiana, but I've lived here since I was 2. But, I mean, if you really want a really butchered Southern accent, I'm Avery Silvernagle from Band of Silver.
Gosh,
Yeah.
oh, nobody talks like that here.
Nobody talks like that.
When was the last time you had someone who talks like that?
Tom, our bus driver in England.
Oh, he's British.
Yeah, he's British.
He just does a bad American accent.
Exactly. It's a bad American accent. Sweet. Okay. Tiffany from Des Moines, Iowa says, do you have any shows coming up? We actually just got off of a tour, like I said, all across Europe, yeah, all across Europe. And so we just had 12 shows, and we are very content to just be chilling a little bit, but we're looking at doing some shows in the summer and fall, hopefully, so keep an eye out for that. Like, nothing's set in stone yet, but we really do hope to be on the road a lot more this year. So we'll let you know. Follow us on Bands in Town or Instagram if you want to have more updates on that. Then Joanna from Lexington, South Carolina asks, how did Training Arc come together? So we had just gotten off the tour with Ava Max that we did in 2023, and we were writing with Sam and Yoav from The Living Tombstone, and I had the idea that, well, first of all, the Ava Max tour was on larger stages than we had ever played before, so I would be doing my performance, and I would start getting winded because I had to move across these big old stages, and so I was like, crap, I've got to get my cardio up because I can't be getting winded in the middle of a performance. So I was hitting the gym, I was hitting the training, like I was hitting the treadmill a lot specifically, and I was actually excited to do cardio, which is absolutely insane. And so I took it to Sam and Yoav to be like, okay, I want to do this with the concept of Training Arc, like from an anime where the main character has to like get stronger and defeat the big bad or whatever. And so Alex can probably explain a little bit more how like the instrumentals came together. I think we were
I think I've just kind of noodled and got some pretty old chords, and we just kind of ran with that.
That's true, yeah. I remember being inspired by like a lot of like the 80s training montage type songs, like those like fun like jazzercise kind of video type songs, but yeah, it was, those guys were like the perfect people to write this with because they're
real, they're goated.
They are. I had that idea and I was like, we're taking this to Sam and Yoav because we've written with them before, and I was like, they're such nerds, it's gonna be perfect. So yeah. Okay. I don't know how to pronounce this name. Iona, I guess. Iona from Winnipeg, Manitoba says, do you speak any other languages besides English?
I mean, I'm pretty okay at Japanese. I know about 1,000 words. She was goated at Latin.
Oh, no. Okay,
Yeah,
no. I couldn't speak it, though.
You're mad.
Nobody speaks Latin.
mad.
You've actually had a conversation with people in Japanese. Evan.
She understands Latin. She took the class, did really well in it, and refuses to accept it. She just can't speak it very well, she says, but she also doesn't try, so I'm not sure.
I one time conversed with a Spanish speaker by speaking Latin but adding a like Latin American accent to it, and it worked. That's the extent of it.
So you do speak it?
No, not
But you
anymore.
just spoke
That
it
was a
to
long
her.
time ago. You guys are
You're bad.
No, you guys actually
bad.
train on Japanese. I haven't used Latin in forever. What was fun is I started being able to read German when we were on tour, because if you just speak the words, then they sound kind of like stuff in English, and then if you learn a few words, then you can kind of like smush them together. And so like soft is sauce, or no, soft is not sauce, it's juice, and so Zitron is lemon, and so Zitron soft is lemon juice, and it's great. I'm probably butchering that because I don't know how to speak the language, but that was really fun translating stuff.
Yeah, I speak whatever language the Inklings speak in Splatoon.
This is true.
Yes.
Actually, yeah, I can confirm. Okay, Sky from Lansing, Michigan says, how many songs do you think you've written in your life? A lot. I can actually...
Around
how many?
100-ish?
100-ish? Okay, I'm gonna just look at the ones that are released and the ones that I know exist. So we 5, 8, 7, 9. I'm pretty sure the ones that are in our catalog right now, it's close to 40 or 50, and then there are more coming out next year. But actually, yeah, 100's probably accurate because some of them.
I think it's like 80. We had like 38 before going to Mike, and it's done about like 40 or something, right?
Whoa,
No, we
yeah,
have
that would be
50 in our catalog, right? And then we did about
Yeah,
38
but he's
before going to
talking.
Mike.
And then we have
And
more.
then we did some stuff with Skylar that we didn't really release.
We've
And then
So
we
about 100.
It would be
yeah,
actually closer
and
to
then
120.
We
then.
also did some just stuff with like other songwriters I think, that I don't think you were like there for.
Yeah, that's actually wild.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
we had some writers in Tennessee, and then some stuff that we haven't gotten to in like LA yet.
Dang. Yeah. I guess it's a lot. So
About 100.
yeah. Okay. Maddie from London, Ohio. That's a letdown. I'm sorry. Okay. This isn't a question, but I just wanted to tell you I like your music. Thank
Thanks,
you so,
Maddie.
Maddie.
You're a real one.
I appreciate that. Yeah. You get a pass for being from Ohio. Marina from what the heck? Nacogdoches, Texas. Marina from Texas asks, "Who's been kicked out of the band the most?" None of us have been. We chillin'. We're siblings. Yeah. Okay. Rose from Tampa, Florida asks, "Is there a reason you started in music? Is the reason you started in music still the same reason you're in music today?" For me personally, it's not. So I started the band. I never saw this actually being a career. I wanted to go into the sciences when I was in high school, but they had been writing music on their own and they did the instrumentals. And then I started learning singing because I started helping them with lyrics because that's what they struggled with. And so I just kind of did that to like help them out with like this fun hobby that I was getting into. But then it ended up becoming like a major source of like fulfillment and drive and ambition for me once we started taking it seriously as like a career. And so I actually value it a lot more now than I did when I started. And so I think that's pretty cool because I've also learned a lot of other skills from it, like talking to people, performing, editing, like all of this kind of stuff has just come out of it. And it's been a really fun ride to be on. So yeah. Do you guys want to move on from that then?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay. Mia from Houston, Texas asks, "If you could collaborate with any artist right now on a song, who would you choose and why?"
Probably Porter Robinson.
I knew it! I knew you were gonna say that.
No, he'd be awesome. He would
He would
actually.
be.
He's in Georgia. Yeah,
Ooh.
I think we could get like a really good sound with him, like based off of what we've done with Mike and the Living Tombstone. I feel like if like with him, I feel like he's like pretty adjacent to like all that.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome.
Plus, he's just goated.
He
He's
is.
probably the greatest who ever lived.
Yeah, I ride in the car with Alex quite often, and that's like his entire playlist is just like Porter Robinson.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, let's go. For me, honestly, for some reason, I just like Baby No Money. I think he would be a fun person to collab with because I don't know. I watched one interview with him and I'm like, he's homeschooled, isn't he? And I looked it up and he was, and he's very zany. So like, yeah, I just feel like I would have fun interacting with him. I feel like we could get something that was really goofy and silly, and I would like that vibe. And also he's a rapper, and I feel like that would be kind of cool introduction to our sound.
Yeah, and like 100 gags would be pretty good. I think we could get 100
Yo!
gags.
Oh my gosh, that would be something.
Yeah, that'd be fun. What do you think?
I'm not usually the one who's in the room writing.
Oh,
Evan also says 100 gex.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Tanya from Toronto, Ontario says, "Where's the furthest away you've been from home and got recognized on the street?" Oh,
Britain, right?
it was probably Britain because who are you thinking of?
When we were at the O2, there was somebody who's like, he looked like a teenager. He's like wearing glasses. Like, yo, can I take a picture with you guys? I'm like, yeah, sure. It's like, I thought he looked familiar when I was like, walking by. I was like, ain't no way I recognize like a British person. Like,
We would never.
but yeah, he was like somebody we met on the Poppy tour.
Didn't
Yeah.
you get recognized in like Cologne or Luxembourg or something?
Did we? I don't think so. So the people.
Well, that's in Britain, right? Still.
No, it's in Germany and
What?
Luxembourg.
Well, Cologne's in. Oh.
So on
Yeah,
the
okay.
tour that we just did, we got recognized several times by people who were fans of Natalie Jane, who had looked us up and seen us on Instagram or whatever, like just as part of the tour. And so that was really cool. I thought that was awesome, like getting recognized, like going up to the venue and they're like, "Oh, are you the opening band?" I'm like, "Heck yeah, we are." So that was really cool. But what's my favorite story of those, because that was technically further away, but my favorite story is actually when we came back from our tour with the Hana, and I think it was 2023, we were going through the Dallas airport because we had a layover there to get back to
Oh,
Nashville.
yeah.
And this dude, we were missing luggage and also missing our flight at the same time. We're like, abandon the mic stands, get to our next flight. We missed the next flight. Anyways, we're booking it through the airport, and this dude comes up to us. He's like, "Hey, are you these guys?" And he pulls up a Spotify page with us. I'm like, "We are those guys, and we're not even on tour here. Like, you have absolutely no reason to like recognize us from like a tour that you're going to see. Like, we aren't on any tickets." He just recognized us in Dallas, and that's my favorite because he had no reason to recognize us other
he
than
was
just
so cool, and I was just
Yeah.
like, well, we're like late for our flight, we gotta go.
yeah. It was the most like
It's such
brief.
a feels bad man moment.
It so was. I wanted to talk to that guy more, but I'm like, "Hey, we're gonna miss our flight," and we did.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess we could have talked to him longer because we missed it
checked
anyways.
out.
Yeah, but that was really cool. It was not on a street though. Okay, Drew from Griffin, Georgia asks, "What's the most physically demanding part of performing?"
You catch a lot of colds when you're on tour,
That's so true,
and that
actually.
sucks.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if you guys had one, but mine is just training arc. It's literally training arc. That song, I'm doing a freaking cardio, like Krav Maga routine kind of influence thing. So I realized that okay, so first of all, for me, I'm moving around on the stage a lot. So if there's a large stage, that takes the most wind out of me. Like we played Summerfest in 2023, and that was a huge, huge stage. And so just moving across isn't like a ton of work by itself, but if you're moving quickly and you're singing and you're doing all this stuff, it becomes pretty like strenuous pretty quickly. It's a lot faster than you realize, especially when you're trying to get good breath control. But every night I come off of stage just drenched in sweat. But Training Arc took it to another level because these stages were not as big as Summerfest, which they were still really big. But like, oh my gosh, every night I'm doing like jump kicks and punches and all this stuff, and all the whole time I have to be like tense because like a lot of it is like it's influenced by like bad karaoke, and I have to like over sing the song a little bit to be, it's like if I don't be a little bit cringe with the live performance, it just doesn't feel right because it's just such a like zany song like that. So yeah, that was very physically strenuous, and to get ready for it, I would run the whole set, each song twice back in a row, like back to back, so that like if I did get sick, I was like physically ready to like handle just the exercise and the breath control with everything. But that felt like a cardio routine every time I got done doing that. So yeah, it's a lot if you're moving around a lot. Okay, skipping this one. Okay. Well, I guess, okay. Cynthia from Evanston, Illinois says, "Do you have a skincare routine?" I do. I just soap, toning pads, and then lotion. And then if I'm wearing makeup, I use coconut oil to remove everything. I've tried getting like the cool coconut oil, like actual labeled as makeup removers things, and I find that it works like the same as just using a giant tub of coconut oil that you can get for very cheap. Like, yeah. So that's my skincare routine. Okay. Katie from Cleveland, Ohio asks, "Who is your role model? Who do you look up to the most in the music industry?"
Sam and Yoav.
Sam and Yoav, yo, sweet, that's cool because we've worked with them before. But like I said, we wrote Training Arc with them, and they're really cool guys.
Yeah, when we watched Has Been Hotel, like every song was like, "That's our boy."
Oh
That's
yeah,
our boy.
Sam Heft, let's
Yeah.
go.
We listened to like those beats in the car and like, "That's our boy Sam. He's goated."
I think for me personally, I really like Brendan Urie from Panic at the Disco. Like his voice is phenomenal. He has such a great range, and then Lizzie Hale also, just two phenomenal singers. I really like their style. I like their vocal delivery and stuff. And then like, as far as musical influence, I really like their music as well. So yeah. Okay. Kaylee from Harrisonburg, Virginia asks, "Is that you on the single artwork all decked out like Laura Croft?" Yes. So we had a picture of me from like a photo shoot from like 2020 or something like that, where I was wearing a similar-ish outfit, and we had an artist like interpolate it to be the Laura Croft thing. So like it's drawn, but it's like it's also like it's a picture of me that they like recreated, and so it's pretty dope. I like it a lot. It's funny because they changed up the outfit a bit with like everything, and so I had that outfit that I wore in the picture originally, but it was different than the stuff that I did in the social media content, which was emulating that single artwork, if that makes sense. But I really like the artwork. It's really dope. I look so much cooler than I do in real life. And thank you for the Laura Croft comparison. I am very flattered. That is awesome. Okay. Penny from Columbus, Ohio asks, how did you guys decide where you want to go for tours? So currently we've been doing a lot of opening for people. So it's kind of just like wherever a good sound, like wherever we think somebody who has a good sound that's going to match us and have fans who are going to like us is going to be. So like with the Natalie Jane tour, we figured that Natalie Jane had a similar sound and that her fans would be our fans. And that very much was the case. You guys, like the response that we had was phenomenal. Mm-hmm. And so she was touring over in Europe. We decided to do that leg of the tour. And yeah, that was where our thought process was. And we've always wanted to see mainland Europe. So it worked out really well. It was awesome. Yeah. So yeah. Tiffany from Staten Island, New York says, do any of you own a band of silver? I don't know if we have an actual silver band, but I wear silver rings.
That's such a question that makes us realize how unself-aware we are and how more self-aware they are than us.
This is
true. I don't own one, and I doubt you own one. No. And there's a 50-50 you own one.
I don't have an actual...
You're allergic to all these metals.
I think silver would probably be fine. I'm allergic to like the really cheap, crappy ones. Like I take this off and my skin is like blue underneath, but I've got these like fake rings that I wear. Like all the jewelry that I wear is because I'm wearing this crappy... I'm wearing this crappy...
Is it just really tight?
No, it's just it like bleeds onto my skin and it's annoying and it's irritating.
I thought blue skin was from silver jewelry.
Well, it is. It's like a fake silver. It's like plated with something. So like you can see that it's like tarnishing. I don't know if you can actually see this in the camera. Like maybe if you zoom and the quality is good enough. It's like more of a copper at this point, but it used to be silver. Like yeah, it's like painted on. So like this is actually like this one looks more silver. It's just all of my jewelry is silver, but it tarnishes because none of it's actually made out of silver. It's like plated something or another, and it's pretty cheap because the rings will like fly off when I'm on stage, and I just need a bunch of them so that my hands look all sparkly. They don't have to be good quality. So yeah. That's a really good question, though. I appreciate that. I like the fact that you picked up on the pun. Yeah. Okay. Vicky from San Diego, California asks, can you tell us a little bit about your early years of starting out? Did you travel far away from tours?
I mean, we did like 2 U.S. tours like way back.
Yeah, like way back. I mean, yeah, most of the touring that we've done, even like the early years, were just U.S. tours. We've gotten into the UK and now European market in like the last 2 or so years. But I mean, before that, it was just like either regional U.S. or just we haven't. I guess it's a question of like, have you? Basically, yes, we've been outside of Nashville quite a lot.
Also just early years.
The early years starting out, man, we were a lot more like pop punk influenced, I guess, back then.
Yeah, we were like definitely a punk band back then.
Yeah, and then like 2020, we kind of ended up changing our sound with like Hello Sunshine, that kind of stuff. Yeah, we used to have a keyboardist and a bassist, and now they've gone off to do their own thing, and like so. I mean, yeah, we've changed a lot over time, and it's now more of like a streamlined pop, like 80s rock influence kind of sound. But yeah, we've also just learned a lot. We now have a much more solid like team together and like approach. Like we're a lot more intentional with like how we do our releases and stuff like that, and it's just maturing and figuring out how the industry works, basically, I guess. I'm doing such a bad job of describing the early days. But yeah. Okay. All right. Reese from Devonport, Florida asks, what has been the highlight or your favorite part of your career so far? I have a really good answer for this, but what are your guys' thoughts?
Probably working with Sam and Yoav. That's been
I was gonna say something similar. It's the people who we've met.
Yeah, just like the people we met. Like everyone really like Mike, Nico, like,
yeah, Sky,
Sky.
like Tom Perry, Josh Weathers, like there's so many awesome people who we've met. Like I know that this industry is like people think of it as like very cutthroat and stuff like that, and it is. It's very competitive, but it's like we've met so many awesome
the
people.
musicians aren't so cutthroat.
Yeah,
They're like managers and the labels can be. But.
Yeah, but when you go on tour with people or when you're doing like a songwriting session, or you know, the songwriting stuff that we've done a lot of times we'll be going out to LA and then working with the same people for multiple days in a row. So you really get to like work with people and get to know their personality, and then you leave and you're like, but I missed this guy. This guy was cool. Like all the people that we met on the European tour, I'm like, these people live so far away. I'm not gonna see them for a long time, and they were really dope. So but it's been really fun getting to meet them and getting to see like, you know, different points of view in their lives and stuff like that. And like a lot of the fans too, like I meet people and they have these crazy stories. I'm like, this is so sick. Yeah, I love that. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. All right. Janelle from Macon, Georgia asks, do you have a Band of Silver poster hanging somewhere in your house? If yes, where? It's not a poster, but we have this big wooden thing that says Band of Silver, and I think our aunt painted that for us as a birthday present for one of us, and I don't know where it is. We moved, and so now I don't know where it is. It's somewhere, though. It's probably in the band room. That would be the most likely explanation, but could not tell you for sure.
Yeah, we haven't been here too long.
Yeah. The main thing that we have that's like Band of Silver memorabilia is like we keep the lanyards that we get from all of the tours, and then if there are posters, we have some of those. Like, but they're not like Band of Silver ones. It'll be like a Meg Myers poster or something, but we're on the ticket. So, yeah. Has there ever Amy from Knoxville, Tennessee asks, has there ever been anyone that's better than Ezra? I'm pretty sure there has been, actually. I think.
Why can't I know what Better Than Ezra is. I just can't remember what. Can you look that up?
They're a band.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Has there ever been anyone better than Ezra?
Yeah, Better Than Ezra.
There's been Porter Robinson.
Yeah. Porter Robinson. Let's go. All right.
Yeah, he was better than everyone, so I mean.
True. Okay. Maria from Los Angeles, California asks, if you could hug someone right now, who would it be? The people from the European tour. Our boys Tom and Perry and Dawes, like they were awesome. I'm like, I want them to come to the States so bad, and then I'm in the States and I'm like, I do stuff and it reminds me like, oh, they would have fun with this. I'm like, no, they're not here right now.
If I could hug someone, probably be my friend Connie right now.
Oh, she does need a hug.
Yeah. She does. What about you?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Honorable mention is my cat Tubbles. He's outside.
What about Calhoun?
Sure.
Okay.
Calhoun, a real one.
All right. Here we go. Caitlin from Dingman's Ferry, Pennsylvania. Dingman's Ferry, what the heck? Pennsylvania asks, "Are you guys secret K-pop fans? Be honest." We are
Yes.
not. We're not secret K-pop fans. We're
that's true.
like, I have no issue saying I love K-pop. Like we've been to several like shows, festivals, stuff like that. Like I think you got.
Yeah, we've been to we saw Stray Kids live. We saw Twice live.
Aespa.
We saw Aespa. There's one I forgot which one it was. You weren't there for it. I think it was
ITZY.
Yeah, ITZY. ITZY was super good. I had a ton of fun with that.
Yeah.
We went to KCON. We got lucky with that because it was just going on when we were just so happened to be like riding in LA.
Yeah, it was like we're in LA and it's like, oh, this is going on like while you're in LA, and when you have an off day, we're like, heck yeah, let's go. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I really like their sound. Like
ATEEZ was really cool.
Yeah, I like the style and a lot of like the vibes. Like so many of these bands have like such vibe heavy songs, especially Aespa. They're probably my favorite group right now. They've just got cool vibes.
Yeah.
And like LE SSERAFIM also, they've got a lot of cool stuff. But yeah, there's a lot of really good K-pop stuff out there.
Yeah, like seeing Taemin, that'd be fun.
Oh, that was such. Okay, we gotta tell this story. Okay, there's an artist named Taemin, K-pop artist. Like if you're asking this question, you probably know. But anyways, we're huge fans, and he's got like the coolest dances in K-pop. Like they tell the story so well, and they're so cool. Anyways, we were parked outside of this arena in Germany because the bus needed power, and so this was the area where the promoter had gotten us power, which was awesome. Like it was such a cool setup, and I really appreciated the promoter for doing this. And this other truck came up like as we were leaving because they needed that spot, and we ended up talking to them for a little bit, and they were on tour with Taman, who was going to be playing literally right next to where we were playing in France, and we weren't expecting this. We were just like, oh, okay, we're just kind of crossing paths here.
Why did I completely forget about that?
Yeah, so we didn't get his contact info, but it would have been so cool to have gotten tickets to go to that Taman concert that was happening literally right next to where we were playing. Because like we kept walking up and down like through Paris to like get to stuff. And you saw this huge line of K-pop fans, and they had all like, you know, they were like decked out. They were like dressed as Taman from some of the videos and stuff. And like, it was just this event, and I was like, I want to go see this guy live so bad. He's right there. We're not doing anything because our set's over. I'm like, because yeah, it was so weird. And we had talked to literally some of his like crew people, and I was like, why did we not ask them to get tickets to the show? But we didn't know he would be in France because we met them in Berlin. It was literally the next day. That was so weird. I hope we cross paths again. That would be awesome. But yeah. Okay. Ariel from Frederick, Virginia asks, favorite Christmas song? Will you ever do a Christmas album?
Not a whole album.
I don't know. No, who knows? Maybe when we're like 70, we'll do a Christmas album. I have no desire to currently, but like it's also March, so well, no, wait, it's April, isn't it? Okay, I have noticed. I don't know, but my favorite Christmas song though, there are some bangers. Christmas songs in minor keys go really, really hard. I love Carol of the Bells. That's probably my all-time favorite one. And then Silent Night is also really nice. And then
There was All I Want for Christmas Is You remix, but it was Splatoon. That one goes hard.
Yes, that one's fantastic. Like, unironically, that one's so good. It sounds like Green Day, but with squid noises.
For real.
It's so good. Okay. Alice from Syracuse, New York asks, if you could book it, what is your dream festival lineup?
Frick.
Do you want me to go first?
Sure, yeah.
This is a full festival. All of our answers are going on the same ticket. Okay, so lately I've been listening to so much Muse. I would love Depeche Mode, Panic at the Disco, Marina, like, we just get some random odd K-pop acts in there. Like, we got aespa, Taman could show up, Imagine Dragons for sure.
Yeah.
We need...
Sewer Solved, also known as Junko.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
I think you'd invite Porter Robinson.
Yeah, Porter
probably.
Robinson.
Yeah.
TLT.
Living Tombstone, yeah.
Yeah. I'd probably get Tristam. Dang it, man.
We need more pop punk stuff. We gotta go like Warp
stuff.
Store, like Avril Lavigne, Fall Out Boy, My Chemical Romance, and then like maybe
Green Day.
the Beach Boys, Ozzy Osbourne, Green
For
Day.
real, Ozzy Osbourne
Yeah,
would be best.
just
Hatsune Miku.
Hatsune Miku, yes.
yes,
Fun. The Gorillas?
yes, Gorillas. Oh, that would be sick. I love this.
Yeah.
100 gex.
100 gex? We don't need them.
Yeah, that would be
Mr.
dope.
Beast?
Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast.
Yeah. Mr. Beast.
My favorite artist.
Yeah. Mr. Beast.
Yes.
We need Mr. Beast.
That was-
Mr. Beast!
Band of Silver, obviously. That'd be so much fun. Okay. Ari from New York City asks, do you recall the first time you saw somebody create art of you, and how did it make you feel? So, we haven't had like fan art or whatever, but we've had people do Band of Silver posters. But on the European tour we did, we had several fans give us little bracelets, like little handmade bracelets, and a lot of them were for Nellie Jane. They had like Ava or something like that on there. But some fans handed me them while I was on stage, and I kind of just like tossed them onto the floor tom, and I was like, oh, okay, these are just like bracelets that she had on, whatever. And then I look at them after the show, and I'm like, one of them said Avery, one said Alex, and one said Evan. And I was like, these are ours. Like, this person made this stuff for us. And I was like,
Yeah. That was super cool.
it like blew my mind. I like was having trouble processing it. I was like, this is for us. They didn't just come here for Nellie Jane. They came here for us. This is so
Yeah.
cool. Yeah. That was so dope. Like, I love that so much. Thank you, whoever did that for us. That was, you were a real one for that. It was so cool. Yeah. Okay. Stephanie from Savannah asks, if you had to have a theme song play whenever you entered a room, what would it be and why? Yes. No. No. Okay.
Wait, if I say
No.
something, can we just ask him to edit it out?
I don't
No.
think you should say it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, bro, you don't even know what it is. You don't think.
Evan,
Okay.
Evan, do you have one?
I don't know. A theme song when you enter a room
Pass
is
him
so
the
like
mic.
Oh wait.
abrasive. I don't know.
Just
but
what-
like, have you seen Death Note? You know, like Lights theme or like
No, I haven't seen any of
Ah.
what would be your theme if you were a cinematic character, basically?
I don't know. I'm not the loud one. I don't have like a whole theme song play when I walk in.
Evan
yours
has
would
like
be-
such an aura, though.
Yeah.
What would Evan's be?
I'm trying to think. I kind of know the aura, but I just like
We can come back to Evan. Oh wait, here you can hold this.
maybe Criminal by Fool, but that one's not very famous.
I don't even know that one.
Oh.
But
But it's super good. Or maybe I'm tweaking it. It is a lot more famous than I think it is. But I don't know. I actually have no idea how famous it is. Edit that. It would be probably Criminal by Fool. Edit that last bit out if you can.
okay.
Okay.
Nice.
Thank you. You were one.
For me, I think I would probably be Gangnam Style because I think at least among my friends, like I have a playlist that I play whenever I carpool people, and it's always Gangnam Style. And like I'll pull up next to people and press the first song on that playlist and just blast it full blast in my car speakers with the windows down. It's dope. I love it just for the memes. I feel like it does kind of summarize my vibe. What's yours?
Criminal by Fool.
Oh, yours is Criminal by
Yeah.
Fool. Oh, I thought you were saying that for Evan. Okay.
Oh, his would Evans. Oh gosh.
I don't know.
If we had
Evan's.
all day, I'd like to think of one.
We do need to think of one.
Um,
I feel like it would be something that's like more
Dirty
like
Harry by the Gorillaz or no?
That's pretty good. That's not quite it. I feel like it would be something with like a really hard bass drop at some point.
Like the Nightcore
Yeah.
remixes.
No, not the Nightcore remixes. Something that's like really chill and then the bass just drops and it's like boom. Because that's like Evan's vibe. He's like really mellow and then he just has like the best like one-liners you've ever heard.
I don't know.
I would need to think about this more and come prepared.
Flight by Tristan? No.
I'm not sure. I would need to think about it. But yeah. Okay. Jenna from Jacksonville, Florida says, what is something that you were scared of as a kid and that you realize now isn't so scary?
Like literally nothing.
I feel like death, which is kind of like a weird one, but it's like you just go, like I used to be so scared of death and then you just go your life and you just kind of get desensitized to it. Like at least death for me personally, like me dying does not scare me anymore because I'm like, it hasn't happened yet. This is just this is a problem for future Avery. I don't have to worry about that right now. And if I do, then it's just like it happens, but I don't even know when it's going to happen. So it's just like not even a problem. Like I've taken that stance on a lot of things, honestly. It's very helpful.
I feel like I'm scared of more things. Like I didn't
That's
really have,
Yeah, I
True.
feel like I'm scared of more things now.
It's like I didn't really have a lot of like irrational fears as a kid. It's like you're like scared of like spiders and whatever, but it's like now we have like random stuff where like they have like food allergies where if they get random stuff from restaurants that has some random thing, they'll like have some problems the
issues.
next few days.
Yeah.
And it's like I was like so careful not to get hurt as a kid, and I got hurt all the time.
He
and then I
was.
stopped being careful, and I got hurt way less. So I don't know.
Literally, he was always the one who's like, "Hey, Alex and Evan, Alex and Avery, this doesn't seem like a very good idea. Maybe we shouldn't do this." And Alex and I were like, "No, it'll be fine." And then like, we did not mean to hurt Evan, but Evan just always ended up getting hurt. We would
The
do
only times
like,
he got hurt like really badly was like literally nobody's fault. It's like he fell
Yeah.
in the bleachers twice.
it would be like we would do something and like all of us would do it repeatedly, and then Evan would be the one who just like got unlucky, got hurt. Like Alex and I would do something like 20 times, and then
Yeah,
the
it
minute
would
Evan
always be
did
on,
it,
like,
it would
the
just like
100th
Evan would get
time.
hurt.
It's so
It was so
stupid.
stupid. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm lucky to be walking. I fractured my back in 3 spots.
I know. Yeah, I felt
And
so.
I don't have any mobility
I feel
problems.
so bad about that.
Yeah, and
To
that
this
was
day,
that
I
was
hate
so
that
stupid. We
much.
had built up this giant thing of like stuffed animals underneath this, and like stuffed animals and pillows underneath this bunk bed, and then we would just jump onto it. And so Alex and I and Evan just kept jumping onto it, and everybody's fine, everybody's fine, everybody's fine. Evan jumps onto it, and just like is in crippling pain, and we're just like, oh crap. what have we done? So yeah. But now you get injured less, I think. So yeah, that's at least good. Thanks again for watching our Ask Anything chat with Romeo from Ask Anything Live. Our new song is called Training Arc, and we really hope to see you guys on the road soon. Thank you to everybody who submitted stuff. These were really, really fun. I had a great time answering these, and yeah. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Bye.
I'll buy it.